Let's cross live to Yola there, where Mary Chinda is standing by live to speak with us. Mary, good to see you. Well, you just said in your report now that the people really can't wait to get this supplementary elections behind them and get it done with. How enthusiastic really are they? Are they, enthusiastic about going to the polls tomorrow?
Oh yes, the people that I spoke to on the streets of Yola are actually very enthusiastic about, just getting this whole thing done with and knowing who the new governor-elect would be ahead of the May 29th swearing-in day that, most other states would actually also be witnessing. As early as 8:30 a.m. this morning, the INEC office was agog with, people. I mean, the INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner and, of course, men of the Nigerian police, men of the Nigerian civil defense and other security personnel, ensuring that the distribution of both sensitive and non-sensitive electoral materials were actually taking place. Just about this evening, I spoke to the police PRO, who also assured me that there is a heavy presence of security across the state to ensure that, there is no violence in any way in the elections of tomorrow. He also assured me that over 1,000 policemen have been deployed across the state. I mean, we're talking about 20 out of the 21 local government areas where these elections would be holding. He also told me that at least 10 police officers have been deployed per polling units. Now we have 69 polling units for these elections tomorrow, so at least one polling unit would be having 10 policemen. Of course, that is not different from men of the NSCDC and men of the Nigerian Army. And another thing is that just ahead of the collation day, the police says they are not going to be resting they're not going to be resting in any way, as the collation center is heavily being guarded just in case there are any issues that come up just ahead of the collation right after the voting process tomorrow.
Mary, quickly here, you spoke with the police and you've been assured of security. Now, give us a sense of what you found when you arrived. How you spoke of the enthusiasm of the people. What about the safety concern? Are they on the same page with what the police has told you?
Yes, if you go through the streets of Yola, where I currently am along with my crew, you discover that, just about, a few kilometers away from each other, you find policemen. These are not just policemen. You also find men of the Nigerian Army alongside men of the NSCDC heavily guarding the area. It almost seems as if the security personnel are saying to themselves, we will not even leave anything to chance at all, provided this election is concerned. So Yola and some of the parts of Adamawa State, I mean, across just one or two local government areas that I visited, not far away from Yola, is actually being heavily guarded to ensure that the issue of electoral violence is adequately nipped in the bud ahead of tomorrow's election.
We'll let you go. I mean, would you say there's how much of voter education, voter enlightenment are you seeing, both on the part of INEC and all other stakeholders, of course, including the politicians themselves? Are they gingering the people at all?
Well, without mentioning names, a lot of work has been put into this supplementary election. I mean, I would not have to mention parties, but, for the two prominent political parties in this state who are actually eyeing the big seat. They're putting a lot of work to, get to sensitize voters that this seems like the most important part of the election, away from what we saw last month. And, they've been taking the campaigns house to house and all of that, and talking to people to please come out and vote. INEC has done quite a lot of work in this state. I mean, the resident electoral commissioner has also been out there talking to voters to ensure that they come out en masse and make the decision about who their next governor would be. So yes, I would say there's been quite a lot of voter education, both on the part of the politicians, the part of the party, and of course the part of the electoral umpire, INEC. And I tell you, a couple or a handful of the electorates that I spoke with today, the feel is we just cannot wait to know who our new governor-elect would be. We just cannot wait to go to the polls and, get this thing done with, and then, move on to the next thing as long as the Adamawa state is concerned.
Mary, we'd like to thank you for your time. You stay safe.